King Charles has a new show, The King's Music Room, just days after Meghan launched her own show on Netflix. Coincidence? I think not. What in the royalty is going on? Let's get into it.
Throughout my life, music has meant a great deal to me.
Oh, me too. It's Uncle Bob
It
Marley's
has that
song.
remarkable ability to bring
Where's
happy
my
memories,
hairbrush?
comfort us in times of sadness, and to take us to distant places.
Could you be
But
loved
perhaps, above all,
and
it
be
can lift our spirits to
loved?
such a degree, and all the more so when it brings us together in celebration. In other words, it brings us joy.
Joy? Where have we heard that before?
We're not in the pursuit of perfection. Woke us all up. We're in the pursuit of joy.
Joy! Megan said it. Since Megan announced her show, all the media vultures, you know them, the ratchety, raggedy, royal wannabe vultures, have been out trying to assassinate her show, mischaracterize her, use all kinds of nouns, pronouns, and adjectives, and now you get to watch them praise him for everything they accused her of. We've seen the script before. You know for a fact that if his show had come out before hers, she would be accused of stealing the theme of joy from him. There is nothing new under the sun for those who hate Meghan. They're going to come up with all kinds of ridiculous comparisons. But here is the kicker. Meghan is being branded egotistical for using her own royal title, Duchess of Sussex, in the show. Doesn't that mean King Charles is egotistical too? Because he's using his royal title, King, in his show. Double standards galore. Slamming a show as fakery and an exercise in narcissism? Let me show you who fits that bill much better than Meghan. Yeah, I'm talking about King Charles. Like we're all meant to believe this is his personal playlist as he listens to it in the King's Music Room. And that his eclectic musical taste includes Afrobeats, disco, reggae, 3 genres rooted in black music, black culture. Please, this is where the bull meets the shit because it's bullshit. This is all about King Charles's public image and reputation. This is King demonstrating his kingship over Commonwealth countries and showcasing music from his subjects. That's all it's about. This isn't his personal playlist. I mean, would I care if King Charles wanted to showcase music from across the Commonwealth? No, by all means, do it. Everyone loves music, do it. But do not lie to us telling us it's his personal playlist when it is not. Because we can see through that. It's not an accident that they focus on Afrobeats, reggae, disco in the way they sell this message. Because it's always about white exploitation of black music, black culture, and anything blackety black. So yeah, that's narcissism, egotistical, and fakery all wrapped up in this PR stunt about King Charles. While some of you want to dabble in believing this BS PR stunt, Davido says best where I stand. I'm unavailable. Them know they see me. Hey, I'm unavailable for bullshit. Them know. I mean, to be honest, my issue is not with King Charles. My issue is with the hypocrisy and double standards that surround what Meghan Markle does versus what other members of the royal family do. I mean, we know someone is writing the notes for King Charles. We know someone compiled that playlist for King Charles. Just tell the truth. Be honest. That's fine. You don't have to lie about it and use the same standard for both. That's all.
Hey Squaddies, good morning, good afternoon or good evening from wherever you are watching from. Welcome back to Daily Diaries Friday. This community is built on love, support and positivity, and I'm so grateful that you're a part of it. If you love the Sussexes, you're in the right place. From their royal roots to their independent path, we cover the latest news, heartwarming moments and exciting updates with a positive touch. Let's explore their journey together. Subscribe now. Let's keep growing together, keep shining, and keep lifting each other up. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and share your thoughts and insights. Thank you for being the heart of Daily Diaries Friday. Today I have an interesting video, so stay tuned, Squaddies, and let's dive in. Remember when the Duchess of Sussex said she was in her era of joy? Well, the Windsors were listening closely. So closely, in fact, that they decided, hey, we should copy that. Because what's a monarchy without a little inspiration from the woman they so desperately try to pretend doesn't exist, while royal sources will fall over themselves to insist that no one in the royal family would ever deign to watch with love? Meghan, not from the comfort of their gilded medieval castles, certainly not during their busy schedules of waving at cameras and perfecting the art of the vague statement. It's clear that someone, somewhere in the royal machine is watching. They are taking notes. They are responding. Take this past week, for instance. Kate Middleton? Nowhere to be seen. Disappeared like a ghost after last week's hilariously transparent jam stunt, in which she was suddenly a countryside domestic goddess, lovingly making preserves in a perfectly lit kitchen. Because what better way to silence speculation about her absence than with a homemade spread? And just before With Love Meghan debuted, Jason Nauf, the royal family's favourite shadowy operator, was strategically sent out because nothing says we're totally unbothered like dispatching a known palace lackey to shift the narrative. And now this King Charles, a man who has never been known for his love of modern culture, or joy for that matter, has suddenly discovered the power of music and created his very own Apple Music playlist. And what's the messaging behind it? Why, of course, music brings us joy. I had to sit back for a moment truly to absorb what was happening, to try and understand how exactly this idea was pitched to a 76-year-old king. Was there a PowerPoint presentation? Did someone have to explain what a streaming service is before they got to the part where he would be curating a playlist? How many aides were involved in making this happen, and how many deep sighs were exchanged in Buckingham Palace corridors over this latest attempt at relevance? And most importantly, why now? Well, as Charles himself has stated, this is supposedly in support of Commonwealth Day. That's when this playlist or video or podcast, whatever this royal PR project is, will officially drop. But let's be real, the timing is just a little too convenient. I do recall Charles meeting with Apple CEO Tim Cook back in December, so maybe this is all part of Apple's ongoing efforts to ingratiate itself with the British monarchy. A little cross-promotion never hurts, after all. But regardless of Apple's corporate interests, the bigger picture here is the monarchy's constant, almost obsessive need to react to anything Meghan does. And then there's the music itself. Charles, let's be honest, has never been known for his elite taste in popular music. This is a man who came of age in the 60s and 70s, and yet somehow managed to avoid the cultural revolutions happening all around him. While others were blasting the Rolling Stones or the Beatles, Charles was apparently vibing to chamber music. He's always preferred the refined, the classical, the traditional. To his credit, he does seem to have an enduring fondness for Barbra Streisand and Tina Turner, which, fair enough, those are two legends. But does anyone really believe he's curating an Apple Music playlist full of Afrobeat stars, Kylie Minogue, Grace Jones, and Ray? The Daily Mail has breathlessly reported that his playlist features these artists, but the real question is, has Charles actually listened to any of them? Did he sit down with his tea, press play, and genuinely get into an Afrobeat groove? Did he nod along to Kylie Minogue's Padam Padam, feeling the beat in his royal bones? Or was this yet another case of the royal PR machine scrambling to make him seem more modern, more in touch, more relatable? It all feels eerily familiar, doesn't it? The way the Windsors operate like a delayed reaction machine, constantly trying to co-opt trends, ideas, and even personal mantras from the woman they claim they never think about. Meghan declares she's in her era of joy, and suddenly Charles is over here talking about the joy of music. Meghan launches a feel-good docuseries, and suddenly Charles is crafting a feel-good playlist. Meghan is being lauded for her authenticity, and suddenly Charles is doing his best, I suppose. But at the end of the day, this entire charade only highlights the glaring contrast between Meghan and the royal family. Meghan moves forward. She evolves, she builds, she defines herself on her own terms. The royals, meanwhile, remain stuck in their reactive cycle, always a step behind, always trying to rewrite the narrative to make themselves appear ahead of the curve, when, in reality, they're just scrambling to keep up. So enjoy your playlist, Charles. Enjoy your curated joy. Just know that the rest of us see exactly what's happening. And that's a wrap, squaddies. Thanks for watching and being part of this amazing journey. You guys are the best and I love you all. Your support means the world to me. If you had a good time, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're the first to catch our next adventure. Drop your thoughts, questions, or even just a quick hello in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Share this with your friends, your family, or anyone who could use a little inspiration. Until next time, stay awesome, stay motivated, stay safe, and keep shining. Catch you later, squaddies.